Hi everyone! Welcome to my living room. My name is Ginger, I am the Yarn Geek, and today I am going to show you how to make this scarf. And this isn't such a good view of it. Let me turn my camera around so you can see it just a little bit better. Okay, so as you can see, it's a pretty long scarf, and it is, I'm going to take some pictures of it too so you guys can see it a little bit better. But the way I like to wear it is just throw it over like that, have this button hanging down, wrap it around like that, however it keeps you warm. So anyway, this is a super easy tutorial scarf to make. I made it in about 2 hours. It's super drapey. I have made it with the Bernat Forever Fleece. The colorway is Juniper, and it is a 6 bulky. I am going to list and show a picture in just a second of the yarn so that you can see all the details of it. I would highly recommend using this yarn just because I love the feel of this yarn in this scarf. If not, another bulky 6 weight yarn would do, but I do recommend this. I'll also list the colors that are part of this colorway. If you get it this week, which is the week of August 8th, it's $3 off, so I think it was $7.99 at Joann's. And this is 2021. In case you're watching it in about 5 years, the sale might not be going on. Okay, you guys. I think I'm going to the tutorial next. But you'll be the first to know if I don't. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a scarf. And it's going to be a quick and easy scarf, hopefully. Oops, let's get that camera straightened out. We are using, what size of hook is this? An 18mm hook. This is one of the hooks by Pink Sheep Design, and her husband, Will Print for Credits, is the maker of it. I still haven't finished it. I need to finish it. This is one of the unfinished hooks from the DIY hook challenge. It's been in constant use though. I have not been able to color this. So it will eventually be the most fantastic hook ever decorated in the world. Okay, so to start out, the way I like to start my scarves is I tend to crochet them lengthwise. So we are going to, for the first row, make foundation half double crochet stitch. And the way we are going to do that, if you've never foundation double crocheted before, is I put 2 chains on there on my hook, and then I'm going to go through this slowly several times. So if you need to rewind it to make more stitches, just watch. Okay, so half double crochet, half double foundation crochet, wrap around your hook, and then put it right there in that first chain, wrap around your hook again, bring through that first chain, wrap around the hook again, and bring through all 3. Okay, wrap around, and then you're going to see this first chain right here that you made. Put that through there, wrap around, pull up, wrap around, pull through. See, you're making that foundation chain as you go. Then wrap around and pull through all 3. And this is a 6 weight yarn. I am using an 18mm hook because I want this scarf to be super drapey. So the bigger the hook, the drapier your scarf will be. Okay, so wrap around, put through that chain, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through that first loop, and that's your chain that you make. Wrap around, pull through all 3, and that's your half double crochet, if that makes sense. So wrap around, put through those top 2 where you made your chain, pull through, wrap around, pull through, and wrap around. And this is, you can see kind of on the top how it's making those chains. Okay, wrap around and put through that chain that you made on your last stitch, pull through, and see right there how you make that chain. And then, I mean, it's not actually a chain stitch, but it's forming a chain there along the top. So wrap around, put through that top chain, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through that 1 loop on the top, wrap around, pull through all 3. And this is how it should be looking for your foundation half double crochet. Okay, wrap around, put through that top chain, wrap around again, pull through, wrap around again, just pull through the 1, wrap around again, pull through all 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, without talking, I'm going to keep crocheting and just watch. If you're having a hard time, because I know this can be a pretty hard concept, especially for beginners. If you're a beginner, I just want you to watch how I'm doing this. And I think it's good that I'm doing it on a big hook right now, because I hope it's helping you to see a little more clearly exactly what I'm doing. And what it does, I don't know if you've ever made scarves before. You know that whenever you make that first chain and you crochet down, that chain and all the stitches along it can be a little tighter than the other side. So when you make a foundation stitch like this, it has the same tension feel as the rest of the scarf. So it doesn't have that tightness to it. And I'm probably going to make this scarf, I'm making it for, let's say, a regular size person. It's just going to be a basic scarf. So I'm going to make it about 5 feet long, maybe a little longer. I always go by the rule that you make the scarf the same length as the person is tall. So let's see, if I want to make this for, this is, I don't know if this would be a boy scarf or a girl scarf. Whoops. I don't suppose it matters. this should be what your foundation row looks like so far. Just take some time to take a look at it, appreciate the loveliness of it. And I am going to keep crocheting down the whole length of this row so that you can get a good look at what I'm doing. And I will put in the description all the details of this yarn right here. This is the Forever Fleece by, let's see, I believe it's, is it Bernat? I think so. I could be wrong. But by the time I put it in the description, I will know. And if you're getting the hang of this stitch right now, of the foundation half double crochet stitch, just go ahead and fast forward. I'm going to stay right here with everyone who may be having a little trouble with it. Oops. Let's see how long this is. I'm thinking it's about 3 feet so far. Make it a few more feet longer. I have not been paying attention to how many stitches I've made. What I will do is get it to about the length I like it, and then I'll count the stitches and I will let you guys know how many stitches mine is. Now, of course, the length of your scarf will depend on what size yarn you use, what kind of tension you have, what size hook you use. Like I told you before, this particular scarf I'm using a 6 bulky weight yarn, and my hook is an 18 millimeter. I want this scarf to have lots of drape. And I also have a particularly loose tension when I crochet. So, you know, you might have to adjust how many stitches your scarf is depending on all of those factors. If you crochet a little more tightly, or you're using a smaller hook or a smaller yarn size, you'll need to make more stitches. If you are using a bigger hook or a bigger yarn, you might need fewer stitches. But I think it's pretty safe to say that this is one of the larger sizes you would want to make your scarf. I mean, unless you're making like a super duper duper bulky chunky scarf, then I stand corrected. Oops, got one of my long hairs. There we go, got that out. Now I'm going to check the length to see how long it is. I'd say it's about 4 feet long. I could go another foot or two. Oops, uh-oh, got a knot there. I'm just going to loosen up this knot. I don't even know how that happened. Let's see, pull that And I'm just going to stick my yarn, my big old yarn ball through there to untie the knot. Okay, I'm going to do a few more stitches and then see where we are on length. This really is my favorite way to make scarves with a foundation double crochet or a foundation single crochet or a foundation half double crochet. It just takes a long time to make that first row. Okay, let's see what the length is. Okay, it seems pretty long, but I'm thinking 10 more stitches. We'll do 10 more foundation half double crochets. One, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now I'm going to count the number of stitches that we have on that foundation. All right, I have a total of 70 stitches. It was actually 73, but I took 3 of those stitches out just to make it an even 70. Now, this is how you've been crocheting all along, right? You've been putting it back into here. So now we're going to turn it around. First, single crochet, or I'm sorry, chain stitch, and then you're going to turn it right there, and this side is what you're going to be crocheting on. This side looks like this. This side looks like this. But you're going to be crocheting on the opposite side of what you were crocheting into before. So basically you've got your first row and your chain row completed, making the foundation double crochet. Okay, so you've chain 1, and we're going to be working this scarf in the herringbone stitch for the rest of the scarf. Well, at least until the last row. The last row we're going to finish it with a half double crochet. But for right now, herringbone stitch. Okay, herringbone stitch. Wrap around, put through, pull through 2, wrap around, pull through 1, wrap around, pull through 2. Okay, that's better. Let's try this again. Wrap around, put your hook through, wrap around, pull through the top of that stitch and through that first loop. Then wrap around, pull through 1 loop, wrap around, pull through 2 loops. The herringbone. Okay, wrap around, wrap around, pull through that stitch, and pull through that first loop. Then wrap around, pull through 1 loop, wrap around, pull through 2 loops. Herringbone stitch. And this one is very loosey-goosey because I want this to have super drape. Okay, so wrap around your hook, put your hook through the stitch, wrap around again, pull through the stitch, pull through a loop, wrap around, pull through 1, wrap around, pull through 2. Okay, wrap around, put your hook through, wrap around, pull through the stitch, pull through 1, pull through 1, pull through 2. Okay, now I'm going to crochet for a little bit without talking, so you guys can kind of just see what I'm doing. Sometimes I think I may crochet a little bit more clearly if I'm not talking. And for those of you who already know how to do the herringbone stitch, feel free to fast forward. Okay, so that is the herringbone stitch, and what I'm going to do is finish out the rest of this row. Whoops. I'm going to finish out the rest of this row and meet you at the end. And at the end of the row, you should have as many stitches as foundation half double crochets that you made. Like I had 70, so I should have 70 herringbone stitches at the end of this row. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, at the end of the row, I'm calling this row 2, and then that first foundation crochet row is row 1. You should have 70 herringbone stitches, or however many stitches you made in your foundation row. Okay, so at the end of this row, chain 1, turn, and into that top of that first stitch, you will herringbone crochet. Oops. Into that, herringbone stitch into the next, and then you'll herringbone stitch all the way across. And I will have 70 stitches at the end of this row, and you will have the amount of stitches, whoops, you have in your foundation row. If you're using the same size hook and yarn as me, don't worry if your scarf is kind of loosey-goosey. Whoops. This particular one is supposed to be. I'm making it that way on purpose. And then that's what your scarf should look like right now. This is going to be the super drapiest warm scarf ever. All right, continue on and I will meet you at the end of this row, which I am calling row 3. See you there. Okay, I actually did 2 rows and nothing's changed. It's still waistcoat stitch all the way back and forth. Got to the end of the row, chain 1, turn around, and waistcoat stitch all the way back across. I'm sorry, did I say waistcoat? I meant to say herringbone. I'm so sorry about that. This is herringbone. I bet like a whole bunch of you were saying, waistcoat stitch? What are you talking about? Oh, herringbone. I'm a forgetful person, but no harm, no foul. Okay, that's what it should be looking like right now. That we are on the 6th, I believe it's the 6th. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we're on row 6. And just keep trucking on. I might go a few more rows and then I'll check in with you again. Okay, we are at the end of round 9 and we are getting ready to crochet the final row. So what you do is chain 1 at the end of row 9 and turn. And then we are just going to half double crochet in every herringbone stitch of row 10. So just keep on half double crocheting and I will meet you down at the end of the row. Okay, I have finished the last row of half double crochets, tied it off and woven in the ends. There are a total of 10 rows, the first foundation row, 8 rows of herringbone stitches, and then the last row of half double crochet. And now I'm gonna go take some pictures so you guys can see what it looks like on. I hope you guys have fun making your scarves. I totally recommend using this yarn, but of course I will let you know at the beginning of the video too, as soon as I find out and remember exactly what yarn it is. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for making this scarf. Bye.